Parents, Christmas is near. The lights are shining, the music is playing, and your children are excited to go out. But behind the joy of December hides a danger you may not see. What if I told you that an ancient African folktale warns us of this very season? A tale of children, laughter, parties, and a night that ended in sorrow. Stay with me because tonight, we weave a story that could protect your family this Christmas. Backhand index pointing right. Please support my channel by liking this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with another parent, because one share could save a child. And I want you to answer this in the comments right now. Would you let your child go out to a Christmas party without you? Why or why not? Christmas is the season of joy, laughter in the air, music on every street, and dreams shining in every child's eyes. It is the time when even the poorest home finds a way to smile. But in the middle of all that happiness, temptation often whispers. It calls to the young, to the ones who crave freedom, fun, and adventure. In a small African village long ago, children begged their elders to let them attend the moon dance, a night filled with songs, drums, and glowing fires. It was said that whoever danced under the full moon would be blessed with joy for the coming year. But the elders warned them, the moon dance is not for the young. Not all who dance return home. Some lights, children, are meant to be admired from afar. Yet the young hearts were restless. They said, "We only want to dance, Mama. We only want to feel the music." But the elders knew that some sounds carry danger, and not every drumbeat brings joy. In every generation, the story repeats itself. The names change. The faces change. But the longing remains the same. Children want to see the world. Parents want to protect them from it. Today, the moon dance has become a Christmas party. The drums are now speakers. The fires are now colorful lights. And the same temptation still whispers, everyone is going. Don't be left behind. Parents, when your child insists, when they look into your eyes and say, "Just this once, Mama," everyone will be there. How do you say no? Do you let them go, hoping they'll be safe? Or do you hold them back, afraid they'll call you too strict? There is no easy answer, but every choice carries its shadow. And so, the children of the village went to the moon dance that night, just as today's children go to the city's bright parties. The elders watched the firelight fade into the dark, praying their children would return before dawn. When night finally came, the moon was bright like silver, hanging high above the village. The air was calm, the world silent, except for the soft beat of distant drums calling from the forest. The young ones waited until their parents slept. Then, barefoot and whispering, they sneaked out, laughing softly so the elders would not hear. The moon guided their steps, and the rhythm of the drums grew louder with every breath. When they reached the clearing, they saw it, the moon dance. The ground sparkled with firelight. Drummers beat their drums like thunder. Dancers spun, singing old songs that shook the trees. It felt magical, harmless, beautiful. The children laughed. They danced. They forgot every warning their parents had ever given them. It was Christmas in their hearts, freedom, fun, and music everywhere. But as the night deepened, something strange began to happen. New dancers joined the circle. Their faces glowed too bright. Their shadows stretched too long. Yet no one noticed. The drumming grew louder. The laughter turned wild. One boy shouted louder than the rest. He danced harder, faster, losing himself in the rhythm. He didn't see the tall stranger who took his hand. And just like that, he was gone. The others laughed, thinking he had gone deeper into the trees. But when dawn broke, when the sun touched the ground again, he was nowhere to be found. In that silence, fear crept in. They ran back home, their hearts heavy, their feet covered in dust. And when the elders heard what had happened, they only whispered the same words again, "Not all who dance return." Parents, doesn't it feel the same today? Our children go out with laughter. The music plays, the lights shine. But danger no longer hides in the forest. It hides in crowds, in drinks, in strangers they think they know. Christmas parties, beach outings, clubs, they start with laughter. They sound harmless. But what happens when danger joins unnoticed? When a moment of fun becomes a lifetime of pain? This is why the old folk tales were told, not to scare us, but to remind us that joy, without wisdom, can lead us into the dark. Long ago, the spirits hid in the forests, dancing under the moonlight, whispering to those who wandered too far. But today, the spirits are no longer there. They wear new faces now, faces of temptation, of pride, of pleasure that blinds the soul. They no longer wait behind trees or in dark corners of the bush. No, they live among us, in the music that never sleeps, in the drinks that never end, in the voices that whisper, just one more night, just one more dance. Parents once feared the forest. Now the forest has moved into our streets, our clubs, our phones. And our children? They walk into it with smiles, thinking it's just fun. But danger doesn't always roar. Sometimes it laughs too. They wear short dresses, fine clothes, glitter on their faces, believing beauty can protect them. They raise their hands to music that doesn't know their names. And around them, the new spirits, alcohol, peer pressure, strangers, begin their dance. It starts harmless, just as it did in the forest. Laughter, music, the thrill of freedom. But behind the laughter, someone is watching, someone is waiting. Have you ever heard of a child who went out and never came home? Do you believe it can't happen in your city? In your family? On your street? Every week, another story begins with joy and ends in silence. A picture shared online, a search that never ends, a number that no longer rings. Yet we keep saying, it won't happen to mine. The spirits have changed shape, but their goal has not. Once, they called from the forest. Now they call from screens, from peer groups, from every trending sound that tells our youth they must be seen, liked, followed. Somewhere tonight, a young girl says, it's just one drink. A boy says, we're just chilling. And somewhere, a mother prays, not knowing that her child's name will soon be whispered like a ghost's. Once, the forest swallowed children whole. Now it's the city, swallowing them through lights, through lies, through the promise of belonging. Parents, listen. You no longer need to fear witches in the forest. You must fear silence in your home. You must fear the night when your child does not answer the phone. You must fear the friend who always says, don't tell your mom. Teach your children that not every light is safe. That not every laughter is pure. That sometimes the most dangerous place is the one that feels like freedom. The world has changed, but the warning has not. The spirits still dance, only now they wear perfume and promise fun. They no longer drag children into the forest. They make them walk there, by themselves. My friends, if you have listened this far, you already understand. Every story carries a truth, and this one is a mirror. Share it. Warn someone. And if you believe stories like this can still save lives, then pause for a moment, and click like, subscribe, and share. Because when you share a story, you might just save a child. Because love without watchfulness is like a lamp without oil. It burns bright, but not for long. This Christmas, may we not only give gifts, but also give guidance. May we not only share food, but also share wisdom. And may our homes be filled, not just with laughter, but with peace that lasts beyond the holiday. Parents, the world has changed, but love has not. The same love that once protected children from the forest spirits can still protect them now. All it takes is attention, prayer, and presence. So this Christmas, remember, the lights, the songs, the laughter, they all fade with time. But the safety of your child, that is the truest celebration of all. This story is more than a folktale. It is a mirror. This Christmas, let the lesson guide you. Protect your children's steps, and may your family celebrate in peace. Backhand index pointing right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with another parent, because one small reminder can save a life. Now tell me in the comments, what's your biggest fear about your child going out this Christmas?